Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. I see we've got quite a few people joining us today. Thank you so much for joining us. Can everybody hear me and see me all right? You can just pop a little message in the comments if you can hear me. Hi, Trevor. Hi, Bram. Hello, Stan. Oh, great. That looks like we're working quite well. I'll just wait for Donovan to switch his camera on as well. He's joining us from Legrand today. There we go. Hi, Donovan.
Hi, good afternoon.
So let me just introduce myself. I am Robin from the Voltex Marketing Department, and it's lovely to be here with you all today. We have a very exciting presentation with Legrand today. They're going to be speaking about their NETATMO range, and Donovan is here to present to you. We will be hosting a brief Q&A session afterwards, so please feel free to drop any questions you might have in the chat box, and we will address them at the end. Voltex is a proud distributor of the Legrand range, and you can purchase Legrand and other products through Voltex. So it's 58 branches nationwide, as well as our online store. We are still open to essential services, and you can still purchase on the Voltex online website. Delivery will take place after the lockdown period. But thanks again for joining us today, and over to you, Donovan.
Hi, Robin. Thanks a lot. Firstly, let me just say thank you to all of you for joining us today. My name is Donovan James. I'm the Business Unit Manager for Wholesale and Retail in South Africa. I'm also the National Product Manager for IoT devices and part of Legrand's Elliott program. We'll get a bit more into the Elliott program. Let me just share my screen with you quickly. Okay, you guys able to see that?
Yeah, I can see just fine.
Okay, great stuff. Okay, so the objective of today's webinar is to give you a brief outline or explanation to our NETATMO products. Just a little bit of a brief history about Legrand. We operate in over 90 countries. We've got a turnover of about 5.5 billion euro. Arteor with NETATMO is part of our IoT devices. Okay, so if we look at the Elliott program and what Elliott stands for. So Elliott stands for electrical, and IoT stands for Internet of Things. Now, the Internet of Things has become very, very popular in today's society. We expect that there should be over 50 billion connected devices today. And I mean, if you look at all of us at the webinar today, I'm sure all of us have connected devices. We all have smartphones. Some of us have smart TVs. In fact, I've got a smart fridge. You get smart washing machines and that type of thing. And we talk about this fourth industrial revolution and what exactly is this fourth industrial revolution? It's quite a large topic. It's very difficult to explain. But what it basically is if we start to try and understand what the fourth industrial revolution, we need to start with the first industrial revolution. So the first industrial revolution basically started in the 1750s, where people started developing tools and processes and chemical processes. That is all well and good. And a good example of how these processes work together was the beginning of the second industrial revolution. Here we see a good example of that is Henry Ford. So Henry Ford took these technologies, and what he did is he basically made them all work together seamlessly. Now, the third industrial revolution, we talk about the Internet of Things, we talk about connected devices. But where are all these connected devices actually going? So the fourth industrial revolution, in a similar way, is taking the technologies that we have and make them work seamlessly together. Okay. Now, if we look at the progression of Legrand, In 2018, we did a turnover with IoT devices in the region of about 685 million euros. Okay, we've currently launched our range of connected devices, which is Arteor with NETATMO, which are your plugs and switches. We will be launching soon other devices such as connected PDUs, connected circuit breakers, connected DB boards, connected door chimes, and so forth. Okay. We operate in 3 markets, basically commercial, residential, and industrial. Our turnover, like I said, is 88 billion rand. That was in 2018. So in a nutshell, to understand what Arteor with NETATMO is, okay? So we're going to look at some of the benefits and features. We're also going to look at the opportunities that's presenting itself. Excuse me. We'll also be looking at how do you become an accredited installer. Okay, so in a nutshell, Arteor with NETATMO is basically what it is. It's a simple home automation solution. And the nice thing about it, it uses your traditional house wiring, and you're able to control it through your Wi-Fi. I'm not sure if I'm sure you guys can see the lights there behind me. If you look up there, I'm not sure, let me just stop sharing 1 second. Okay, Google, turn on my lights. Let's see there at the back. I know it is a bit delayed. Okay, Google, turn on my lights. Okay, let's get back there. So my Wi-Fi connection is a little bit slow. Okay, so basically what it is home automation that works on your traditional house wiring, and you're able to control it through your Wi-Fi. Okay, and to give an example of this, I'm just going to play a video for you guys.
On a daily basis, we rely on our phone to provide us information, save time, and simplify our lives. Now that same device lets you control your home thanks to the collection of smart switches and sockets, Arteor with NETATMO by Legrand. Now you can conveniently control lights, small appliances, blinds and shutters, and even monitor energy consumption from anywhere with just a touch. Arteor with NETATMO can be controlled using the Home Plus Control app or voice commands with digital assistants such as Google Home, Amazon Alexa and Apple Siri. With today's smartest home technology built into each switch and socket, take complete control with the master on-off switch. Create tailored scenarios, leaving home, wake up, or control individual devices in the event you forgot to turn them off. Arteor with NETATMO installs quickly and easily for new and existing wired installations, giving you complete control of individual devices, energy monitoring, security, and overall convenience. Just say the words. Conveniently create multi-way switching, give the impression you're home for added security, even light things up for your arrival. Convenience, security and energy savings. It's all possible thanks to Arteor with NETATMO by Legrand.
Okay, so let's just try this again. Okay, Google, turn on my lights. Okay, just going to show you guys. I'm just going to stop sharing, just do it live. Okay, Google, turn off my lights. Okay, similarly, so what are you able to control? You're able to control your light circuits, you're able to control your plugs, you're able to control temperature sensors, you're able to control your blinds as well. Okay, so I think the most important thing is to understand that it is a very simple solution, because the moment we talk about home automation, I think what happens to a lot of people is they become overwhelmed, and especially with installers, it seems to be quite a daunting task. Now, if we compare this to conventional home automation, so with conventional home automation, you need to have a server room. You need to have bigger conduits put into your wall. You need a separate DB board. And if we look at the costs involved in this, it's very, very expensive. Arteor with NETATMO is a simple, and we need to stress the point that it's a simple home automation solution that works with your traditional house wiring. And it's as easy as connecting live and neutral and connecting up to your Wi-Fi network. Okay, so I've just demonstrated the voice control, and one of the advantages of Arteor with NETATMO is the associations that we have. Okay, so you can see it works with Google Assistant, it works with Amazon Alexa, it works with your Apple Home Kit as well. Okay, excuse me. Okay, so you can also download an application onto your cell phone. Okay, you download the application. The application is called Home Plus Control, and it's available to download on the App Store as well as Google Play Store. And then you can control your installation from anywhere in the world, basically, as long as you've got an internet connection. And obviously, you can control it locally. So I could switch my lights on and off at the light switch itself. Okay. Now, another difference between this product and other products on the market is that even if your internet connection is down, or your Wi-Fi is down, you are still able to switch your switches on and off. You are able to control specific scenarios. Now, I want to come back to this voice control. Okay, so we look at no touch through voice control. Okay, with the current COVID-19 pandemic, I think I see a lot of opportunities with a product like this, where we could utilize the voice control in terms of making it more hygienic, making your home more hygienic. So in other words, by virtue of controlling with your voice, there's no need for the rest of your family to touch the light switch, thus reducing the spread of any if there were any diseases, or it's just a more hygienic solution. Okay. Now, I think for most of us, family is very important to us, and what we need, we spend a lot of money. I mean, Voltex clients spend a lot of money on their homes. It's a place where you have your meals. It's a place where you have good times. Sometimes you have bad times. And I think people's homes, for most, are a source of pride, and we tend to spend a lot of money and time and effort at our homes. Okay. So what Legrand is now saying is that now your home can actually do something back for you. I'm just going to play another video for you guys. Okay, so thus we can say a new era of the home has begun, because now your home can eventually start giving back to you. Okay? So the first step to this solution, the Arteor with NETATMO solution, is the gateway kit. Okay, so if you look at a standard conventional installation, this is the only addition that is extra in terms of the installation. So your gateway kit is basically a means where I call it basically the brains of the whole operation. So this would basically, in other words, substitute on a conventional home automation system, it would substitute your server room. Okay, and how does this all work together? Okay, so communication between your mobile devices is through your Wi-Fi. So that communicates to your gateway. Okay. Just by the way, you need to install this as close as possible to either where you've got a very good internet signal or very close to your Wi-Fi router. Okay. And then communication between the gateway and the rest of your switches is through Zigbee. Okay. Now, Zigbee is also a radio solution. It works very similarly to your Wi-Fi. But the nice thing about the Zigbee signal is that, for example, switch 1 will communicate to switch 2. Switch 4 will communicate. So what it does, it creates what is called a star mesh topology. So in other words, by virtue of this, your signal and the control of your switches is very reliable. Now, it's important to take note that this is a residential solution. Okay, it works on your WPA2 personal Wi-Fi, so that's your normal fiber, that's your normal personal Wi-Fi. This solution for Arteor with NETATMO, and there's obviously the security protocols that's involved with this is done because it needs to be secure. So this doesn't actually work with a enterprise network. Okay, it does not work on a mobile hotspot. Neither does it work on a public network, okay, for obvious reasons. Arteor with NETATMO, as you've seen in the video, you're able to create a central control of lights. So, for example, I've got 4 outside floodlights. I'm able to control them individually or group-based, okay? So that's controlled centrally. You can control it locally on the switch itself, or remote, so you could control your lights from anywhere in the world. Okay. Another nice feature about this product is that you're able to create schedules. So if we look at what you would normally do, you would normally utilize a time switch. Now, Arteor with NETATMO, you can create schedules and you can actually get your floodlights to turn on at sunset because it's a cloud-based solution. It will also, you can also schedule it to turn off at sunrise. Okay. Similarly with your blinds. Okay. Same principles. You can control it individually, group-based, central, locally, or remotely. And you are able to also manage specific scenarios. Now, Arteor with NETATMO, we look at the complete range just now, but you get your home in a way, which is a scenario switch. So basically, what you could do is, as you're leaving home, you could press, or if you're coming home, you could press the one button, and it would create a scenario that you've already preset up. Okay. Similarly, when you're leaving home, you could either switch all of your lights on, turn on your alarm, something to that effect. Okay. The next scenario switch that we have is a wake up and sleep scenario. So say, for example, in the morning when you wake up, you could possibly press one switch. It would turn off your floodlights. It would turn on your bedroom light, turn on your bathroom light. If you've got a connected towel rail, the towel rail would switch on. And this you could all preset in the app, and it would still function even if there's no Wi-Fi, as long as it's already been set up. Okay. So on the application itself, you can set a lot. You can set more scenarios. So, for example, you can set up a movie scenario. If you press that scenario, it would dim lights. It would turn on your Apple TV, and so forth. Okay. You can get alerts and control power remotely. Now, in the video, we saw that the lady forgot her iron was on and she managed to switch it off. Similarly with this, from anywhere in the world, you can switch on specific devices. And please take note of the combination socket that is allowed. Okay, so all your switches must have a manual override switch. Okay. You can also view your energy consumption. Now, it's very important in terms of energy saving. If you are able to view your energy consumption, it makes it easy for you to save energy. By understanding what our home does and what devices are not necessary, we can then take a decision to put specific actions into place so that it could save electricity. And we see the emergence of smart cities. If we look at the smart city in Korea, it's a 100 billion euro project. And the basis of that is in a couple of years, at the current rate that we're going, energy is not going to be available, current energy as we know it. So I think it's important that we put a big emphasis on energy saving as well. Okay. The nice thing about this product is that it is flexible. So you're able to add and remove as you require. Now, we've got a solution that is a starter kit. The starter kit comes basically with one light switch and one socket combination. And due to or because of affordability, you could say, for example, add to that system as you're able to afford it, which is a nice part of the system. Okay, so we've made a statement there which says easy to install. Okay, so it uses your traditional electrical infrastructure. Okay, we've consulted with many contractors who've agreed that it's as easy as connecting your live as you would do your conventional wiring devices. Okay, accessible solution for new building projects, which will cut your efforts to a minimum. Now, if we look at a good example of this, we look at multi-way switching. Now we will have a look at the complete range, but you are able to do multi-way switching wirelessly. Now, if there are any contractors that are part of this webinar, you'll understand the costs involved. And now you are able to do multi-way switching, whether it's a new or a existing installation. Another point that I want to talk about is how do you become an accredited installer? Because a product Arteor with NETATMO, firstly, will only carry a warranty if it's installed by an accredited installer. Okay. Now the process for this is that you need to do an accreditation course. It normally lasts for about 4 hours. You would need to purchase either a training kit. Your training kit consists of a Alpine training case with a light fitting, your light switch, your gateway kit. You will need to wire it up, and then you would also need to write a test. Now, because of the current situation, we are looking at ways going forward of possibly doing online accreditation, but we are still it's still in the process. Okay. To recap, it's to make life, everyday life, just a little bit easier. Okay, to enhance comfort and safety. We will have a look in more detail on some of the NETATMO security products that we offer. Okay. Also, to increase energy savings, we've understand that it's very important. We talked about easy installation. We talk about growing with users' needs, adaptable. Now, for me, this is one of the most important things is affordability. Okay. Now, if we look at the functionality of the system, like I said, you can control your wiring devices, you can control your plug circuits, you can control your light circuits, you can open and control your blinds, shutters. You can also control specific thermostats. Okay. Now, to give you an example of this, we had a client that came to see us at the office. We did the demonstration for him. Customer was immediately sold. We did the specification. We spec'd the project. So for a 3 to 4 bedroom house, depending on the cover plates that you're going to use, you're looking at in the region of about 30 to 40,000 Rand. Okay. To get the same functionality with a conventional home automation system would cost you in the hundreds of thousands of rands, and in certain cases it even goes into the millions. Okay, so affordability is one thing, and then also we want to talk about opportunity. Okay, it was a fairly large house. There was some certain amount of contactors because the customer had chandeliers. So the quotation came out to the customer from one of the Voltex branches. It was in the region of about 80,000 Rand. Okay. The customer had a look at our cover plates, and he chose. So if you compare your plastic cover plates, they're in the region of about 70 to 80 Rand each. But we've also got mirror glass cover plates, and those are 574 Rand each. The customer decided he wants to go with the more expensive. The quotation eventually came out to about 200 and something thousand Rand. So here we look at also opportunity of this product. Arteor with NETATMO is an opportunity. It's important and especially for contractors, because we all know what the market is like and what it's going to be. And I think businesses and contractors are looking for opportunities. Now, Arteor with NETATMO will actually give these businesses an opportunity to do simple home automation, where it wasn't available to contractors or wholesalers or distributors in the past. So we need to look at the opportunity of this as well. Okay. So to discuss the range in detail, like I said earlier, the most crucial part of this installation is you need to have your gateway kit. Okay. So it's your gateway and your home and away switch, which is needed to open and close the network. We're not going to get into too much into the technical part of it. We do, however, offer, like I said earlier, sales accreditation, where we cover a bit more of the technical stuff, and then very technical on the installer accreditation or accredited installer course that we do. Okay, so you've got your wired components. So it is your connected light switch without neutral. So if it was an issue or it was difficult for the client to pull a neutral through the light switch, it's basically your live in and return to the light switch. The limitation on this is 300 watt resistive and 60 watt inductive. So you could connect obviously dimmable 12 5-watt dimmable LEDs to that circuit. Okay. The next one we look at is your connected light switch with a neutral. Now, this you need to run a neutral to it, but let me just grab this just to show you guys quickly. Okay, so if you look at this light switch, the technology is built into this the technology is basically built into the light switch. Now, with other products, you need to have other devices that you either run into your roof, and with conventional home automation, obviously, you need to run cat cable. Okay, and the nice thing is it's complementary to your Arteor range, so it fits exactly in the same support frames, and it uses exactly the same cover plates. So if you've got an installation that has had Arteor installed previously, it's very easy to complete this installation. Okay, then we look at our connected curtain roller blind switches. And then we also look at our connected socket module outlets. The limitation to your socket module outlets is 3,680 watts, which is equivalent to about 16 amp. Okay. Then we also look at your wireless switches. Okay, so for your gateway, so basically per switch you are able to connect one wireless switch to 20 different light switches or sockets in the same family. Okay, and the question that was asked previously is, how long does the battery last? Okay, so the battery lasts in the region under normal usage would last you about 8 years. Okay, then obviously you've got your wireless curtain roller blind switch. Then you've got an additional home and away switch, and it basically, should you have two entrances that you want to utilize the same scenario, then you purchase another home and away switch. Okay, then we've got our wake up sleep wireless switch. Okay, and that is the addition to the range. We talked also about the micro module. So you could basically put this in the roof, and it works the same as your connected light switch. The limit is 1.3 amp on this. Okay. Now we talked about interoperability of different products, and there you could see Google, Amazon, Apple, IFTTT. We basically have partnerships with about 35 partners per month. In addition to 50 group partners. Okay, so one of the difference between our products and other products similar on the market is the associations that we've got with different partners. Okay. Then I want to talk briefly about our NETATMO. So we've got NETATMO security products, we've got NETATMO air care products, we've got NETATMO weather stations. And I want to look in detail, I want to cover the NETATMO Smart Indoor Camera. Okay, so the Arteor with NETATMO wiring device range is available at selected Voltex branches. The security products and air care products and so forth that will be coming very soon. Okay, just going to play a quick video. 1 second. Okay, so the nice thing about this product is that it doesn't come with a subscription. Okay, it's a wireless solution. It comes with an online cloud storage account. I think it gives you 2 gigs. It also comes with a memory card. And if we look at the pricing on this, it's very, very well priced in the market. Now, if we can look at the interoperability between the security products and the wiring devices. Now, before the lockdown happened, we were planning at the end of March to have the security products as well as your wiring devices and such on one application. It is currently on 2 applications. So your NETATMO products, and Arteor with NETATMO is obviously Home Plus Control app. So we should have all of these products on one application. Okay. Okay, then we look at, so we've got the smart indoor air quality sensor. We've got the NETATMO smart video doorbell. Okay, I'm going to play a video with the NETATMO smart indoor quality sensor. Okay, so now this is we've already got orders for this specific product. It's also a wireless product. And I think, as we discussed earlier, I think family is very important to us, and I see a big market for this specific product. You're able to check humidity, air quality, temperature. This is ideal for families. Ideal for people with babies. It's ideal for people that suffer from asthma.
I run a tight ship around here. I mean, I'm a cool mom, but things need to be under control.
Mom, have you seen my notebook? Thanks.
There isn't a lot that goes on around here without me knowing about it.
Honey, have you seen my... Thanks.
And when it comes to my home, it's no different. Healthy Home Coach monitors the vitals of my home, so I don't have to worry about the things that I can't see or hear. It lets me know when things can be better. Better. I can check every room in the house from my phone and make adjustments if I need to. Seems like it's a bit too loud in my little one's room. And nap time is extremely important. Jump. Extremely important. Healthy Home Coach also monitors indoor air quality, which is great because indoor air can be much more polluted than outside air. Who knew? It's like having eyes in the back of my head. Touché. When all is good, it makes sure you know. Healthy Home Coach helps me take care of the people I love most. These guys. Guys?
Okay, so look, we try to cover as much as possible. The limited time that we've had. I hope it better explains the product. And yeah, any questions?
Thank you so much, Donovan. I think that was really awesome. Love those videos there myself. I see we've had some interesting questions coming throughout the session here, so I'm going to go through from the bottom. But please, everyone, if you have any questions, feel free to pop them in now. Our first question here is from Sylvana. She asks, how soon can we expect these new connected items to launch? Door chimes, circuit breakers, etc.
Okay, so the now it's very difficult to say at this stage when it's going to be launched, but the plan was probably in the next. Originally, the plan was about 2 or 3 months. So it takes a couple of months for certification. So here's another important thing about our products. We compare to other products. Legrand products come with a 2-year guarantee, and we make sure that all our certification is done. So it's your LOAs as well as your ICASA certification. And this is very important to take note. Yes, you can get other products on the market, but our products are certified. Okay. So the answer to that is in a couple of months. I'm not sure what this delay is going to cause. I'm not sure when we're going to come out of lockdown. I don't foresee it next 2 weeks. I think it will be gradual. But it's obviously there'll be a delay to a lot of things right now. So it hopefully a couple of months.
Got you. I see a question here from Jabu. He says, do you have a device to say if my energy consumption reaches a value that I can switch off certain lights or things of that nature?
Okay, so what we must understand, we do have very so Legrand has a lot of products, and it's different products that we have, but we must understand that Arteor with NETATMO, I think the aim of this product is, and for the market that we're advertising for, is that we need to keep it simple. Okay, you are able to check your energy consumption, and you can get push notifications. So, for example, if your floodlight has been on for a certain amount of hours, you can get an SMS notification to let you know that that circuit is on. As soon as you get that push notification, you can then switch off the light, or you could switch off a specific plug, or you could even load shed a specific. And now to give you a nice example of this is my son is not allowed on the PlayStation during the week when it's school. So I've actually got it on a load. I've load shedded the PlayStation circuit from Monday to Friday. It's not allowed. That circuit is off. So to answer Jabu's question, you can't automatically on specific parameters switch it off. There are other products that you can do it, Legrand products, but we're talking specifically now about Arteor with NETATMO.
Okay. And I see a question here. It says, is it compatible with Alexa? That's from John.
Yes, it is. Okay. So we've got the association with Google. So it works on Google. So I use the okay, Google, turn on my lights. I've also got my Siri, so it works with Apple Siri. Now, Amazon in Legrand has got the contract to manufacture Amazon Alexa Dot, which comes in the 2x4 version. So that's the partnerships that we've got. We're actually busy with the manufacture of that. But in South Africa, Alexa does not work unless you give the registration a American address. We've made it work in South Africa, but Amazon is busy with a big data center, and that will be I'm not sure, but that should be up and I think by the end of the. So answer is yes and no. We've got the associations. It does work with Alexa, but South Africa, you need to put in an American address. They don't allow it in South Africa, but you can buy Amazon Alexa devices. So we've set up specific showrooms for clients, and we've purchased the Amazon Alexa, and we've just given it another address, and it works perfectly.
And I see there's another question here that says, does this work with 5 gigahertz networks or just the 2.4?
So that is a very good question. it works on a 2.4. There's obviously development that is happening, and obviously we'll adjust to specific things. To get more information on that, I need to actually speak to technical in France with regards to that. But currently it's on the 2.4.
Okay. And Stan has asked, hi Donovan, ceiling fan control speed adjustment capabilities?
No.
Okay.
No.
And Jabu saying security cameras and alarms?
Okay, so if you look at, I'm just going to, give me 1 second here. I'm going to open up so I showed you guys the video with regards to the indoor security cameras, okay? I'm just going to share my screen quickly. Okay, so we've got our security products. Now there's quite a few security products, which is your alarm with door sensors and the indoor camera. Then you've got your sirens. Then you've also got your smart outdoor camera that can distinguish between pets, vehicles, and people. It's called the Legrand Presence. And then we've got smoke alarms. Now the smart doorbell, like I said, is coming soon, and smart door locks. Then while we are here, I just want to show you our energy for our thermostats, our radiator valves. And we've got our weather stations, and then obviously you guys have seen the video on the air care. Okay. So we understand in South Africa that the security industry is in the region of about between $200 and $300 million US. So it's quite large in South Africa. I think people are very call it scared in South Africa, and they spend a lot of money on security, and we've paid attention to that. So the nice thing about the interoperability of these specific devices is that you can take other devices and also make them work with the likes of Google. Apple has got, I mean, you could use other cameras and incorporate that into one system. So interoperability is a very important thing. But yes, we've got security camera solutions and other security solutions as you've seen. Okay.
Yeah, quite a demand here. In South Africa. I see for a geyser controller.
Okay, that is a very good question. So if you had a look at that micro module, which is 1.3 amp, okay, your socket switch is 16 amp, okay. Now, if you wanted to control your geyser and put a time switch on that geyser, the solution to that would be a contactor. So basically what you would do is you would connect your micro module, which is part of the Arteor with NETATMO system, which then controls your contactor, which then controls your geyser. Okay, similarly with a pool pump and so forth. So it is very easy to do that solution, but there's no specific geyser solution for that. But the nice thing with Arteor with NETATMO and the Home Plus Control app is you can set specific time schedules. Now, on that same point about time schedules, so to create a sense that somebody's at home, I've got my floodlights that will go on at 3 o'clock in the morning and 2 will go off, and so forth and so forth. So yes, you can connect it if you use a contactor.
Thank you. And what protocol is it using for communication? That's from TJ.
So we discussed the protocol that you, so from your cell phone or from your mobile device, you can control specific things remotely. Now that obviously uses Wi-Fi. And I think what we're referring to here is that between your switches, what protocol is he using? So it is basically it uses Zigbee 3.0. The internet, the Wi-Fi protocol is WPA2 personal. Communication between your phone and your gateway is your Wi-Fi, and between your gateway and your other devices is Zigbee 3.0.
Got you. I see we have quite a few questions and we're not enough time. We've got a question here from Jabu who says, can I have multi-way combinations, i.e. two-way, three-way, etc. switches?
That's also a very good question. Okay, so on your gateway, we must understand that it's a residential solution. Okay, you are able to connect 100 circuits to your gateway. Okay, so what this means is even with your wireless switches, that forms part of your, or it has an address, so it forms part of the 100 available to you. Okay, so you've got your gateway, you've got your way, and you've got your connected switch. So you've got 3 devices utilized. You can then take 97 wireless switches and have 97-way switching. Similarly with your dimmers, you can have 1 dimming switch, your gateway, and your home and away, and have 97-way dimming. So you can do multi-way switching. We did a house in Mooikloof through Voltex Pretoria, and the customer actually forgot to run the wiring for 2-way switching. Took a micro module, we've paired for upstairs and downstairs to his chandelier. He also then wanted one for outside his bedroom, and he put one in his passage. So it took a matter of minutes to do 4-way switching. Okay, currently, traditionally, we know 3-way switching, intermediate switching, and the costs involved with that, the time, the effort. So, like I said, this product will assist you to save a lot of money.
Thank you, Donovan. And another question here: can I integrate this with my smart aircon and smart TV?
Okay, so the nice thing about this product is Legrand products will work on the Legrand app, but we talk about the 4th Industrial Revolution, and we talk about a program called Works with Legrand, and we talk about all the partnerships. Now, if you've got a product that is a partner to Google, and there's hundreds and possibly thousands, yes, you could have that interoperability with your Google Home. Similarly with your Apple and Amazon as well. All those partners will work in collaboration with, but it won't appear on your Legrand app. But through your Google Home and through your Apple hub, you'll be able to control certain things. Another thing that I'd like to mention is IFTTT. Now, IFTTT stands for if this, then that, and it is it's an application that you can download on your PC, on your smartphone, and say, for example, if you had a connected, so let's take an air conditioner for example. It's called Sensibo, which works with IFTTT, and IFTTT works with Legrand. So by virtue of that, you can control that aircon because the link would be your IFTTT, or it could be one of your digital assistants like Apple, Amazon, or Google.
Thank you. I see a question here saying NETATMO Range connected power outlets and switches suited to humid environments.
Yes. Okay. So the IP rating on your switches is IP21, and so in other words, you could connect this in places where it would facilitate for that, where you could have a certain humidity level and so forth. So up to IP21 rating, not a problem.
And a question here from Arthur. He says, how does your schedules keep timing during power failures?
It's a cloud-based solution.
Thank you. And
okay.
Can I use the product? Oh, sorry.
Say again? No, go for it.
The next question is, can I use the product for my floods with a day-night sensor?
Okay, but you would, so you could give power to anything. So basically, if you've got a floodlight that's got a switch sensor, it would give power to that floodlight. Okay, but we must remember that you are able to, and this is very important. You must be able to. You are able to do specific time scenarios when it is sunset and sunrise. Now, the problem with day-night sensors, and after, I mean, we've had this experience, is that after a couple of years, as soon as there's some cloud cover, then the floodlight comes on. Okay, so a lot of these day-night sensors that we utilize are not very reliable. So there isn't a need for day-night sensor or time switch anymore with Arteor with NETATMO. Because if we consider the amount of power that we could potentially lose, unless we on a seasonal set your time that your lights go on and off on a time switch, we are losing a lot of power. We could be wasting quite a bit of power because different seasons gets darker earlier, and certain seasons it gets darker later. So the nice thing is that because it's a cloud-based solution, it knows when it's sunrise and it knows when it's sunset. So it is the most efficient way of switching your lights based on sunrise and sunset.
And another question here saying, what's different in this product versus quick switch?
Okay, I don't know too much about quick switch, but there's a lot of differences. Firstly, Legrand, if we look at Legrand itself, it is available in, the modules are available in white and magnesium. It is also going to be available soon in soft aluminium as well as champagne. Okay, the cover plates, Legrand has 17 different finishes. Okay, so we've got your normal plastics, it's a white, graphite, you've got champagne, magnesium, soft alu, and so forth and so forth. Then we've got some very expensive cover plates. Okay, Legrand is specified with most of the top hotel groups. When you look at the Radisson Group, we look at Marriott Hotels, we look at Sogo Sun. It is a very well recognized brand in terms of the premium market. It previously comes with a two-year guarantee. If it is Arteor with NETATMO, it's installed by an accredited installer, which is very important. There are so many benefits and features of the product itself, that we can talk about. So the associations to recap, the associations that we've got, the different cover plate or variation that we have, and this is important because interior designers and architects actually prefer specifying Legrand products, and then also quality. Those are the plus points for our products. Yeah, quick switch, I haven't really worked with it. I've seen it before, but I don't think there's any product currently in the market that has the. I think we obviously we expect other manufacturers to sort of catch up, but currently we feel that we, in terms of technology, in terms of styling, in terms of look, in terms of a lot of things, I think we to a certain sense quite a way ahead of the competitor.
Yeah.
So
sure. I think we've got time for one or two more here from TJ. He says, can it be linked to third-party devices such as the Raspberry Pi?
Say that again.
Can it be linked into third-party devices such as a Raspberry Pi?
I don't have much experience with Raspberry Pi, but I honestly, I don't know too much about that, but I don't see the platform of Raspberry Pi. I don't see why it won't work. Because if we look at all the other associations that we have, and you combine all that information, then I suppose that's very possible.
Here's another question.
You guys
If I live in an
yeah.
estate with heavy security for the security companies that have already made allowance for it, am I able to alert them via the app if I see an intruder or an alert goes off?
Okay, so the push notifications that you get for Arteor with NetAtmo. Now, if we look at, so IFTTT is another whole presentation on its own, but there are so many functions that you can have. So IFTTT stands for if this, then that. Now, you can have so many scenarios. So the trigger could be your alarm could go off, and then you can take a specific action. And the specific actions that you could take is, it's endless. There's security companies that are linked to IFTTT. You can have specific scenarios happen on social media because an event went off. You could, you know, there's so many things. It is the home automation world is it's open to your imagination. So it is definitely very possible.
Thank you, Donovan. I see one more question here just saying, can we touch on the process of accreditation? I have published an offer for everyone who's still with us to please go and have a look and learn more about our accreditation process. With Voltex, you can become an accredited installer. You can buy the toolkit and participate in the training session, schedule a slot through with them. Just follow that link there in the offers below. And from my side, thank you very much, Donovan. It was lovely to have you, and I thought that presentation was really awesome. And please stay tuned to the Voltex website and social media pages for future webinars that we have on the cards over the next coming days and weeks. But thank you again, and I hope you all take care and stay safe.
And thank you for having me.
Thanks again.
And be safe.
Thanks, everyone. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.